this is, we just have just one more. I don't know how this one got by me, but we'll get right to it and I'll get you on your way. More coming right up. All right. Thank you guys so much for considering Black Spring with Autumn. And yes, this is a piece that I forgot. And how could I forget this one? But we have a piece for you, a report that shows that the administration is also at least West Virginia. We're going to take this one from NPR. Looks like they are incentivizing the prizes, and also guns are included this time. So I don't know if you're in the West Virginia area, guns, trucks, and trips. Looks like they've got that on tap for you. I tell you, I can't. I can't. I'm just not quite keeping up at this point. I'm not quite keeping up at this point. Just a second ago, they were, they 1 minute they're infringing upon 2A, and the next minute they're incentivizing you to, they all you have to do is one thing. So I'm going to take you to that, and this is the second piece of our trending now. Okay, so yes, it looks like I have a report at least out of NPR, which is typically it's not necessarily a source that I go with, but hey, maybe you'll get a decent piece out of there every now and then. Of course, you can cross-check and cross-reference as always, but I'm going to go ahead and share this piece with you guys. Not sure if any of you guys are out of the West Virginia area, so we'll hop down. We explored the beauty regimen incentive earlier, but this time we're going to go for we're going to see what's happening in West Virginia. So according to this, guns, trucks, and trips, West Virginia expands prizes for mocktailed residents. As you can see, you got your favors there. Also, it says West Virginia is giving its mocktail incentive program a boost to get more residents immunized for the CV, Governor Jim Justice announced on Tuesday. So I'm going to give you a little bit of full screen on this so that you can see it for yourself. Okay, so all residents who get a CV-19 mocktail will be enrolled in the chance to win a college scholarship, a tricked out truck, okay, or hunting rifles, in addition to a $1.588 million grand prize. The program will run from June 20th through August 4th. Will be paid for through the federal pandemic relief funds. Quote, the faster we get people across the finish line, the more lives we save. That's all there is to it, end quote, Justice said. Quote, if the tab just keeps running, the cost is enormous. The hospitalizations are enormous. We have to get all of our folks across the finish line, end quote. Just announced in April that West Virginians ages 16 to 35 who got mocktailed could get a $100 savings bond. The immunization drive in the state has since drastically slowed after showing a strong early start. The state reports that 51.1% of West Virginia's population has received at least one dose of the CV mocktail Justice hopes the state's new offers of $588,000 second prize, weekend vacations to state parks, lifetime hunting and fishing licenses, and custom hunting shotguns will boost that number. West Virginians who have been fully mocktailed will need to register to be entered to win the newly announced prizes at a later date. The mocktail incentive scheme has taken off across the nation as governors attempt to entice residents who may be, notice I said reluctant here, not hesitant into getting mocktailed. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported as of Tuesday night that 40.9% of the population has been fully mocktailed. President Biden is aiming for at least 70% of the U.S. adult population to have one mocktail jab and 160 million adults to be fully mocktail by July 4th. Ohio, one of the first states to adopt a lottery campaign for mocktailed adults, reported an uptick in administered mocktails following its announcement. The week after the lottery was announced, Mocktail Nation soared 55% for residents ages 20 to 49. For those in the 16 to 17 age group, Ohio saw a 94% jump. Several states, including California, Colorado, and Maryland, have announced similar incentive programs since. So there's something else that you can sink your teeth into. You know, if you don't. Philip J. Turner is here. Hi, Philip J. Turner. How are you? Philip J. Turner says, too much pacification. They're pushing very hard to inoculate people. I was suspect before now, but now I know something is Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, I mean, I had no idea that with all the infringement on 2A, I just think it's just still staggering to me that they would be offering. That's a part of the drawing. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even familiar with the laws in West Virginia, but I was just thinking at some point maybe it was just Virginia, or is it the Commonwealth that was dealing with that there were all those protests and rallies like within the last couple of years. I don't know. I just left this one out, Awesome Alice. It's what I did, and I don't like to keep coming back like this, but I guess that's what news is. But and then things will slow down for me, pretty dramatically very soon. So I just have to, I just thought I'd put these pieces out there. But if you're into hunting, if you're into hunting rifles or trips and lotteries, and there's even a second prize, offers of a $588,000 second prize and weekend vacations to state parks, lifetime hunting and fishing licenses. But see, okay, so now the that's a whole nother industry. So now that industry is getting involved in this. Does it sound like, I mean, does it sound just a little bizarre? Since when is the, dare I say, armistice or armory? Is the government fans of, putting guns into the hands of Americans? I don't know. Maybe I should check and see what's going on with their stock right now. What's going on? So yeah, it's just something to think about there. And let me read some of your comments. She says, I'm on a roll tonight. And she says, it's okay, speak your mind and testify. Well, I just find that, and I'm going to tell you, when somebody says a tricked out truck, who is a tricked out truck going to appeal to? Is it going to appeal to a I mean, do you see the most I don't know, the most, for people that I think it's once again, I think they're targeting a very specific group of people. Same people that can't find the DMV, can't get an ID. Same people that can't operate computers. Now, they're just going to help you they're going to help you, get the material things that you want, and a tricked out truck. I mean, the tricked out sounds like 1999 or something. 1998 or something. That's such an old term. Or what was it? Was it Wheels or something? I remember MTV had a series. Was it Trick Out? Not Trick Out My Truck, but Pimp My Ride. It sounds like Pimp My Ride. A Pimp My Ride and Pimp My Truck ride incentive is what they're offering there. And so that one was coming out of NPR. You had that. So, and then they're saying that, of course, people are responding to these lotteries, and for people ages 20 to 49. And for those in the 16 to 17 age group, Ohio saw a 94%. Of course, Awesome Alice's spinners. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what else they're going to offer. I guess, will it be? I don't know. Mary Jane will be offered next. I don't know, but they've already done that. So I have no idea. Where will it stop? But of course, I thank you guys so much for tuning back in. And I think I will let that officially be it, because I was just going to do those two stories. I guess your incentive, this was an incentive, turned out to be an incentive stream. And Awesome Alice's, they're running out of free stuff. You want to know the truth, what I was going to name this, what I almost named this live stream, and I think it might not have gone through. I was going to say, got a mask and gloves to bust slugs, or DR splat splat splat. And I'm thinking, okay, that might not. I might be poking the bear pretty hard with that one, but those aren't my lyrics. Those lyrics belong to somebody else. But if you go to West Virginia, you could be entered to get rifles and who knows, like custom made. I think they're even offering custom made shotguns and custom hunting shotguns. Ay. Yeah, I tell you one thing about West Virginia, that is a stunning state. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, if you're into rafting or any of that business, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, especially if you're able to see it, if you're able to see it on a slow. I mean, I took the train through there, and it was very green, and very looked pristine to me. But yeah, so if you live over there, you might be able to get a custom made shotgun along with the 1.588, in addition to $1.588 million grand prize, tricked out truck, a college scholarship, or hunting rifles. And keep in mind, now this program is basically running most of the summer, June 20th through August 4th. And guess how it's going to be paid for? Is that the government paying for it? Federal pandemic relief funds. So does that mean we're paying for our own demise? Is that what that means? We're paying for our own tricked out truck? Is that what that means? Paying for our own college scholarships? Anyway, paying for our own hunting rifles, paying for your own $1.588 million grand prize. I don't know. What do you guys think? Awesome Alice says guns and jabs. Awesome Alice also says that advertising to the country folks. We good. They tripping. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's they're trying to get it in however they can. But yeah, I do think that, I mean, I don't know, I guess hunting, you'll be ready for hunting season, right? With your customized rifles and shotguns or whatnot. You'll be ready. So I don't know, Austin Alice. Sounds like maybe they're targeting the good people of West Virginia. And this is the governor. Um, yeah, this is the governor. So, and then also, I think earlier this year, they were for West Virginians ages 16 to 35 who got mocktail could get a $100 savings bond. And then it goes on to say, of course, the immunization drive in the state has since drastically slowed after showing a strong early start. But I'm not surprised. I think that they were, I think I told you guys not too long ago that they were facing a demand issue because they have all these doses on hand, and I don't even know. Because at one point did they change the formula? At one point there was a formula that needed to be kept under a certain temperature, and you don't even hear anything about that anymore. You don't even hear anything about that anymore. So, but I'm wondering if they're souping it up, juicing it up to get those off the shelf. I mean, what's the shelf life on something if they did not change it? Yeah, so let me read a comment from Tyrant Spain TDOA. Thank you so much for coming in and all that you do to support the channel. He says they're targeting everyone. They want us all to be fortified with hokey pokey juice. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what is it kind of like when you're a kid? You got to get the kid to take their medicine. Or at least I'm just reminiscing on when I was a kid, for example. You got to get the kid to take the meds. So what do? You put the meds on the front of the, you might, or either you put the meds inside, you put the treat inside of the meds, or coat the meds with the treat, and then it somehow goes down just a little bit. By the time the kid realizes that they got the meds in, it's too late to do this. It's too late to resist. It's too late to fight. It's down the hatchet, right? That's what it seems like. I'm trying to think of one of those things. I think another thing, like they were able to, back in the day, they were able to shellac the penicillin. Oh yeah, the bubble gum medicine. Yeah, you mean the one that's really pink? Not the Pepto, but the one that tastes like the bubble gum. They used to, the penicillin was one, but the penicillin was never so bad. But I think some of the other, cough syrups, like what was it, Robitussin, and some of the other cough syrups, you had to, I mean, what'd you have to do? Or either you had to take like a little, put it in the Jello or in the cookie, or put it in the Pedialyte, or you had to come up with something to get them to take their meds for pain or whatever it was. I mean, that's just what I remember. I mean, I don't even know, like, now what would you do? Like, kind of, maybe you could slit a gummy bear down the middle and put the little Tylenol or something inside, and then maybe and this is drastic, but if you're really trying to be covert, I guess, with something like that, you might need to slit this little gummy bear down the center, and get it, and actually melt it a little bit, then put the pill in there, and then give it to the kid, and then it's done. Because why? Because they think they're just getting it. Oh, it's just, you want a gummy bear? Here's a gummy bear for you. And they don't know. And by the time they start trying to chew, by the time they bite into it, depending on how much bite they give that gummy bear, they realize, oh, I've been had. And then it's too late. Yeah, so it was like making gummy shots, gummy bear shots. I don't know. So let's see. Awesome Alice says, I like fishing, but if they're offer free fishing gear, I'll still say nope. Awesome Alice says, remember it. And the clown and the sewer here, a balloon, and remember they all float down there. Psst, get your jab and balloon, and you'll be able to join us down here and be able to float. Yeah, like eat your vegetables, you know. I don't know, but it's a little bit worse than that, I guess. But yeah, so that's just but you know, but of course, is a 16-year-old going to want to turn down an opportunity to win something? I mean, are they, you know, the 16 a 16-year-old can win a $100 savings bond. 16 to 35 could win a $100 savings bond back in April in West Virginia at that time. But you see, I think you see for the demographic, they tweak the incentive because I'm sure I'm sure they have a commission on this that gets together and say, hey, and for the black folks, we're offering this, and for that group, we're offering this, and for the Americans for ADA Americans, we're offering this. So I'm just thinking, you know, I think you can kind of tell who they're targeting based on the incentives for this. There you go. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just want to say hi. Philip J. Turner came in early. Thank you. It was first one in. I really appreciate it. Philip J. Turner, thank you so much for coming in. Awesome Alice. Awesome Alice was a guest earlier. Thank you, Awesome Alice. It's always nice to hear from you. And it's also nice to see your content, see your videos. Thank you so much, Awesome Alice, and your action projects. Let us know how those are going. I really appreciate it. And also Tyrant's Bane TDOA. Thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting the channel the way that you do. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a couple of infomercials and I'll be right back. All right. And it looks like we have Latin Patriot. Hi, Latin Patriot. Thank you so much for coming in. And I will say this. Maybe I will say this. This is, I guess, devil's advocate that I'm playing again. Maybe, you know, YT doesn't exactly like me putting just, you know, dot, 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 dot in the stream. And they won't, and they kind of, that's like their way of saying, hey, we're not posting this. You didn't give this stream an actual title. You just gave it some characters. You just a little character treatment there. So they kind of like, you know, not gonna post it. So maybe that's why I didn't get a notification on the last stream. And Latin Patriot says, Pennywise around. Okay. So I really appreciate you guys. And I want to say this to another point. I never did see the UNICEF buzz. The UNICEF story. The UNICEF story, I mean, other than, I think that they were saying that there was a surge, dare I say, South Asia. Oh, here's another point. We just came off of a liner dealing with the barber shops and the beauty shops. Why not? Why aren't the nail salons included? Why aren't the nail salons included in this partnership, in this campaign, in this recruitment? You know, that's a big market. You know, there's, but I think I know the answer to that. What do you guys think? I mean, maybe I should have, titled the stream that. Yeah, so why not put them in? Why not put the mocktail nation sites there? Um, because I would imagine that they would say no, we wouldn't agree to that. Or did they even approach them? And my answer would be chances are no, they did not. AZ Infidel, how are you? AZ says someone pointed out the UNICEF story to me, but honestly, there's so much going on. I can't keep track of it all anymore. I know. I don't really know what I did see their Twitter page. Actually, if you guys don't mind, TDOA's here. Okay, Tyrant's Bane TDOA. Okay, so let's just have a look really quickly here. I saw. I will tell you, whoever their marketer must be. It must be the same person as the WeForm, because they're using the same graphics, the same motion graphics, same infographics. I'm just saying, just making an observation. It just looks like more propaganda to me. I haven't been over there to WeForm in a while, but Schwab already talked about the attacks, and even Gates alluded to it in the same vein. So let's see, latest. I'm going to share this with you in just a second. So not to worry. Okay, yeah, here we go. So you can see this for yourself. Yeah. Okay, give me one shake. Give me one shake here. Let me read your comment and then I'll switch us over to the Twitter. He says they had a patent for the mocktail before the Modelo 19. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of. And Awesome Alice says we are in the twilight zone. Yeah, I say we're in the model. Like we're in the, if we say certain names, we end not Beetlejuice. Say any name in opposition or dissent, and you're in the model. Okay, that's how it goes. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to I'm going to share the Twitter screen with you, because I'm not sure if it's one of these. But what I saw earlier was that they were talking about South Asia being most affected, being like basically they're all over again. You see the nurses dancing around. It's just kind of like literally deja vu. Literally deja vu. Okay, so what you see here is, see, this is not exactly the one that I wanted to see. And this is actually their, let's go to their top here. See, I already followed it on one. Okay. All right. So I think maybe we'll get to it right now. No. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if it's not the CV19, what was the buzz on that? I did see a video in which, they seem to be in, distress, dire straits, I guess, with their resources. So I'm just trying to see where it is. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. But I will give you guys full scale in just 1 second. Yeah, it looks like they're doing a lot more. They're doing other people's. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we're at least to there. Okay, yeah, here it is. We're going to go ahead and play that. So this is looking like they are sharing the same graphics designers as the WeForm right now. Eric Chanel, how are you? Okay, so let's go ahead and play that. So here on the Twitter, the UNICEF, I'm going to blow this one up for you. Okay. According to this, a deadly wave of the CV-19 is surging across South Asia. Every minute, 3 more people in the region lose their lives to this virus. So, of course, it says donate to support our life-saving work. Okay, so I'm going to try to blow this up so that you can get the full effect. You don't have to take my word for it. So let's see if I can get it to play the. All right, yeah. So here, yeah, this is exactly it. So you're kind of is this not deja vu for you? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the button. But yeah, I'm not sorry. Okay, because well, I at least had it was pretty virtual. Okay, here it is. Here it is. This is it. This is it. I'm gonna blow this up right now. So hope you guys are doing well, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. So I'm going to blow this up right now. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. So what I have to do is I'm going to stop sharing that one and start sharing this one. So I'm going to stop this one. It's a little complex, chasing down some of these deals. Okay, so hold on one second. I have it. Then you guys can see it's almost like 2020 all over again, right? I don't know if the TikTok nurses, I don't know what you call them, but we're going to see right here. I'll give you the full screen as well as the audio on this. Okay, here we go. Okay, watch the people coming together now. Where have you seen this before? Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about what you just saw? Have you seen this? Does any of this look familiar to you? It may not have been TikTok, but who knows? It's probably on TikTok. The nurses and all. That reminds me of Patch Adams. So yeah, so here again, these infographics are the same as the WeForm. So, and I've said this before, I do believe that, this is all, to me, it's just kind of like spores. It's all kind of connected. They're all using the same people. Yeah, same people. Thank you. Thanks so much. God bless, Eric. Thank you. But yeah, so this is, I thought, they kind of went through pretty quickly on all the imagery, but it seems like the WeForm puts together a very similar collage for, oh my God, and here's another, look who's here. Let's see. We got something from Alyssa Milano. Can you guys handle it? Are you guys gonna handle it? I'm gonna plug it in. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to play it because Alyssa Milano. Yeah. So apparently, so I'll just at least let you see the imagery because, I don't really remember her from any other thing other than Who's the Boss. Samantha from Who's the Boss. She'll always be Samantha from Who's the Boss. The rest of this stuff is just fluff. Okay. All right. So I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Let me click on it. So I guess she's, notice how conservative she looks. She's not all potty mouth and tricked out, Hollywood skanked out for this. So let's just, okay, it looks like I got it here. Okay. So we're going to go back one on this. Uh-oh. I apologize. I am trying to get this together, but it's still there. But yeah, I just wanted you to see this because she never has anything for America but something bitter and disdain. She's very dare I say, anti-American. She's very, she's 1 minute her hair's falling out, and so let's just look at this is more, this look that she has looks slightly more whatever. I guess she's trying to look, she's trying to schmooze the humanitarian out of this thing. So let's just hear a few of these words here, just for a bit.
I had COVID a year ago in March, and I never want anyone to go through that sickness. And so I'm so grateful that there are people like you, Fatima, who are giving their time and their love and their hearts and their energy to keep people from getting this horrible, horrible illness.
Thank you very much. And I'm very grateful for having conversation with you.
You said you yourself, you're vaccinated as well?
Yeah.
Me too. It's such a relief. Will you tell everybody a little bit about the work that you're doing?
Volunteer community mobilizer because
Okay, really quickly, she's just a quick quip. She's an ambassador, by the way. Milano is an ambassador. And she had to open it up with right on. So let me just see what else she's gonna add on. What other fluff she's gonna put on top of this.
And the reason why I wanted to do the mobilization is that I'm into the community. So I know their problems, and then, for example, if a mother herself is sick, I can advise her, this is what you're supposed to do. So they have confidence in us. That is why I decided to say, okay, it's even good for me to be sensitizing them on what is good for them.
So do you think that the program is going well so far?
It's going on, only that there are some little challenges here and there. This misinformation on social media. So that's why I just say, let me go and take the vaccination for them to see that I'm okay.
We're dealing with the same thing in this country where.
Okay, so now we're getting to this. Now we're going to hear maybe a truth bomb out of this.
People are spreading false information about the safety of the vaccinations.
Misinformation, we are used to it because we face a lot of challenges in measles vaccination, like yellow fever vaccination, and even let's say polio also. So we are determined to tell them the right thing.
And what gives you hope? What keeps you going?
What keeps me going is that I want to fight this old and norms. It started with my personal life. When my husband divorced me, he collected everything from me and denied me even the opportunity to go and see the children. I have 5 girls. I spent 4 years some months without even seeing my children. We are from the same community, but he denied me the opportunity of seeing the children at all. So because of that problem, I now developed depression. I developed suicidal ideation to the extent that I have been thinking, what is the importance of my life? So why can't I kill myself? My child was in school by that time. I said, let me kill him first, then I'll kill myself because I have not seen the importance of us living like that. So after he came back from the school, just jumped into my body. He was talking to me directly into my ears. Mommy, mommy, mommy. What he's telling me is that, mommy, mommy, today I saw one big car outside. If I grow up, I'm going to buy that car for you. I'm going to build a big house for you, and I'll be giving you enough money so that you take care of yourself. So because of what he's telling me, I now feel, does that mean this child is trying to tell me that I shouldn't kill him? Does that mean God is trying to tell me not to do what I wanted to do? I already determined in me that I'm going to fight this issue of violating women rights all in name of culture. So that is why I open an NGO whenever a woman are facing great.
Okay, I think you guys can see where this is going. Okay, you can see that, they've gone from mocktails to, toxic masculinity, bad men. That I picked that up very quickly, and I guess Milano's an expert on that too. So yeah, to your point, Awesome Alice, in the name of culture, or the patriarchy is oppressing them. Okay, Awesome Alice, to your point, she said that she had the CV, so why get right? So why get mocktailed? She said she doesn't support natural IMNU after infection. So that makes, I'm not even convinced she's telling the truth, honestly. I just think she's, these people are so knee deep into global citizenry and all of that business. So I wouldn't be surprised if most of Hollywood, they're not affiliated with UNICEF. I think that's probably another reason why I don't think it's as popular as it was several years ago. I know Gaga did the Citizens one of those concerts at the very beginning. And so they're all pretty well entrenched in that. But I don't know what the exact bus. I'm going to stop that there because in the name of culture, this woman it almost seems like this is scripted. She has these answers readily available, and so does, it's very convenient that, we have the same issue in our country. And, she looks a little bit more pulled together. She's putting on this very, well received, very receiving or very, very benevolent, something that's more wholesome or than normal for me, for my taste. Just saying. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. So that's actually going to wrap us up. I'm going to run one infomercial, and then that's going to be it. I think I've done a lot of streaming, this week. No less, I do enjoy sharing information, and I thank you guys for entertaining my assertions and my attempt to be objective and allow some of these stories to develop. And and at times I try to play devil's advocate. I'm really exhausted because in between this stuff, I need a mental break from some of the other stuff that I'm doing. And I, at some point, I mean, in the near future, I'm going to be slowing down quite a bit. So, and I may be only reduced to just, it'll be, a little bit less of what's going on and just some major changes that are going to happen. So let's just, I'll be right back. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, I'm reading some of your comments, and Awesome Alice says you could do a video from what happened this week, a recap. Well, you know what? It's just, some of this stuff, I mean, it's Thursday, and, I could do a recap, something like that. But yeah, it's just like so much stuff regularly that I have to pick and choose a little bit, because it's just, you get overwhelmed. I mean, I don't do nearly as many, I don't really do videos anymore. I tend to get more of a, dare I say, a bang for the buck on the, for the live streams, but I could do a little bit of a, as you said, like a week wrap up, something like that. Yeah, but like I said, I'm going to be switching gears and changing a lot of things, and so yeah, I'll probably pick up where available. And hello to Information Man Show. Thank you so much for tuning in and coming in and supporting the channel. And some life-changing things. So I'll have to regroup, but until then, I might even start doing something like that maybe towards the end of the week. I just kind of do a week roundup maybe on Fridays, and because there's just so many stories that fall in between, and they could just be at the drop of a hat. Yeah, Friday wrap up, something like that. But yeah, it's a lot, but I will have to refocus on some things once I slow this way down. And yeah, but I don't really, but even with the premieres, I don't find those, I don't even think the premieres are that great, because people don't get the notifications. I think the premiere notifications are worse than the live stream notifications. So yeah, we'll see what comes up. And also the Blog Talk Radio, we'll see what that, we might even get that kicked off before I make some major changes in location is what I'll try to do. And maybe it might pilot that and see how it goes. Yeah, a Friday wrap up. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in on this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. Yeah, because I mentioned earlier that I would be putting a poll/survey on the community tab to see, I'd put some times on the tab to see what you guys, what would work. for that. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and for my friends over on Twitch, I really appreciate it. And I will say hi to everybody, and good night or good morning wherever you are. Philip J. Turner, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Awesome Alice, thank you so much for coming in and for being a guest on the earlier show. And also for those of you that were on the show that that got interrupted, Tyrant Spain TDOA, thank you so much for supporting the channel and all that you do. Really appreciate it. And Latin Patriot, thank you so much for coming in. And let's see, AZ Infidel, thank you so much for supporting the channel and for tuning in. And we have the Information Man Show, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And Eric Chenot, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a long time. And so I think that's going to do it. It's going to do it for this segment. Looks like, do I have another comment coming in? But yeah, it was really nice to take those breaks outside and from a different location, and somewhat it was a little bit refreshing. So I think that's something that I might do, and I might kind of go a little bit old school on that. Maybe do some of those outside, and I will let you guys know when things are slowing down for a bit. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll see you guys on the next live stream in the comment section or on a video night cue, Moonlight stream, or a Real Under, or one of our Friday wrap-ups that will start. All right, guys, have a good rest of your Thursday.